What's up guys, how's it going? This is Bharat and welcome back to yet another video. I've got a very interesting video for you guys today. With just 3 lines of Python code, you can go incognito on Google forever. You do not have to use any of your Google Chrome or even go to your google.com. With just 3 lines of Python code, we'll be able to access any of the required URLs you need with just our Python program. So that's what we're going to be finding out in this video. If you're interested, let's get this video started straight away. So obviously need Python and pip installed in your system, and what we are going to be doing is to start with that, and once you're done, we'll get started. We'll actually move towards using our Python and pip. So one thing you will require is to go to your terminal. I already have created a project called as incognito Google, and what I'm going to be doing is using the pip to install a couple of libraries. I've given them in the description, but if in case you do not know, you can use these 2 libraries. So first is to use the Beautiful Soup 4. So we use Beautiful Soup 4, and the second important library is to use the Python's or pip installed Google. So Google itself is a library that's available in our pip installer. You can use the package manager, and once you have both of these installed, you can actually access any of the URLs that you require in just 3 lines of code. Alright, so the second thing you wanted to install was Google. Obviously we'll install the Google library, and it's going to take some time. Let's come back once that is done. Awesome, so it's installed. I already have Beautiful Soup 4 installed first, followed by Google, and we'll just go create a simple Python file. We'll call it search Google, and it's going to create our search google.py class. And first thing you're going to require is to import this line. So you'll say from Google search is the package, and you'll say import, and we'll import the search class. So the search class is going to be taking just a query that we are going to give, and in response it's going to give us lot of different links to URLs that we can just directly from here click rather than navigating to our Google search query. Is going to be obviously whatever you want to query. You can query whatever you want, so be careful with what you query. And one important information is that none of this is going to be stored in our browser, so you don't have to worry. There is no history going to be caught here. Do not have to worry. Alright, so let's go forward. We have the Google search query, which obviously I'm going to enter. The next important line is to use the search class and create our search parameters. So we'll be passing the response, or we'll getting the response, and we'll call the search class, and we'll be passing the query. Obviously query is going to be the Google search query. There are 3 important parameters that you should definitely pass. One is going to be the stop parameter. The stop is, we are saying that as soon as you hit 10 URLs, stop it right there. Further, the next important information that we are going to use is to obviously ensure that we are giving the pause parameter. If you do not use the pause parameter, what it will happen is that it will keep on querying the Google for information, and the Google understand that we are a bot, and it will stop doing it. So what we require is to make sure we're giving a pause of at least 2 seconds to ensure that the next query is not hitting. So that's what this pause is going to be. The stop is going to be stopping with 10 URLs, but also we can control what are the number of URLs that you need. I'll again pass 10 here. You can either pass 5 or 6 or something like that. And once it's done, the response is going to be stored in our response variable. Now it's time to print the response variable. Make sure that this is going to be a list, obviously, but if you want to print it line by line, we'll just do a for, and we'll say awesome. So we got just written like 3 lines of code, obviously excluding the import, and we are done with our program. We'll run this program after a very short introduction to what the Unacademy and Coach of guys are doing. Thanks to them for being the sponsor. How important are the teachers? And that's why I think you guys are coming back to the channel to learn something new. And that's the main reason why I want to give a shout out to the amazing educators at Unacademy in partnership with CoachF, who have come up with a lot of interesting video series and batches. To shout out, I would like to talk about Sanket, Tanuj, Pulkit Chabra, Riya Bansal, and all of these people are the experts in their field. Starting with Sanket, who's been a SDE at LinkedIn, and he was also a former SDE at InterviewBit. And similarly, Tanuj, who's been a world finalist in 2017 and 2018. And if you come, you can see that Riya Bansal has been an SDE at Flipkart, also a former SDE with InterviewBit. And there are a lot of qualified people who are teaching a lot of interesting information for you guys to learn. Also importantly, if you are looking forward to getting placed in such good product companies, including Amazon, Google, Flipkart, I would also recommend you guys to check out the next upcoming batch. Now if you see that this is a placement 2021 series, which is a 6-month long batch and is taught by both Arjun Arul and Sanket Singh. Now, this 6-month batch includes a lot of live classes and unlimited access to programming content and practice sessions. You'll be able to talk with them in almost weekly basis and get your doubts cleared out. So if you're interested to be a part of this batch and crack your upcoming interviews and be placed at top product companies, you will need a subscription, and the CoderMonk promo code coming down below will get you 10% off on that. If you want to know more about it, you can drop a comment in the comment section below. I'll be very happy to answer that. And also the links for all of these informations are given in the description. So definitely check them out and let me know what you guys think. Thanks to our sponsors again. We'll just continue. We are yet to run this program, right? We have to give a query here. I'll be giving the query of my own website or my blog where I write my understanding, my thought process. I just give out a lot of programming data using this blog or this handle. So basically Android Monks is my blogging website. So it should probably return all the required URLs, not just my URL for my website. Rather it should bring out all the Google search responses. So let's see what it runs. So let's go here and run this program, and it's going to take few seconds, primarily because I have given the pause parameter, and you can see for yourself that it is printing everything. It's printing up to 10 lines of code, 10 lines of URLs, and it's not just the androidmonks.com alone. So if you see androidmonks.com here, it's probably pointing to my website, my blog, but it's not just that. It's also pointing to a Pinterest account, it's pointing to a Facebook page. You can follow me here as well. So basically this is again my Facebook page where a lot of people are following, so you can follow me here if you want to. And again, there's also Pinterest account that I have. There's a YouTube channel, which is obviously the YouTube channel this video is coming in right now. It's obviously going to point there because I very early on I named it as Android Monks, and Google is very brilliant in doing that. So pretty much what we require, you can change your search parameter here. It doesn't have to do anything, and you can actually watch or click on to any links you want to with the help of just a simple 3-line program. And obviously you'll ask me, this is not incognito, right? But one thing you need to understand is that Google obviously tracks all your the query data, it track your history and all that. But if you go through this way, it is not able to do that. There is no way that Google can understand that you're searching these parameters. And unless you enter something into the Google search engine, or unless you enter into the search box of Google, there is no way that they can track what you're doing. So that's pretty much a little bit of a cheeky or hacky incognito mode that you can do. And if you're interested for more such videos, let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to do that. That's it for this video. Until then, it's Bharat. Peace out. Have a super awesome day.